So a lot of my viewers reached out to Battleborn yesterday after I posted my video, and we got a response. It wasn't directly to me, but it was about this issue and why these terminals are overheating. So we're going to go through the entire response about how they say it's a feature and not a problem, when I'm saying it is absolutely a problem here, and I'm going to prove it, and we'll see what we can find. So let's get started. So here's the email. One of our forum members got this in response, and it's from Matthew Adams from Dragonfly Energy Systems or Battleborn Batteries. Thank you for contacting us. We appreciate the opportunity to provide technical context regarding the engineering and safety of your system. We understand there are conversations circulating externally, and we want to support you with facts about how our products are engineered and certified. Battleborn batteries have been available in the market for more than a decade. During that time, we have delivered well over 400,000 batteries into service across all major markets. Our solutions have undergone extensive third-party testing to UL standards, which doesn't mean much nowadays considering how many problems we find in other batteries. We operate an open production process in the United States, and we routinely provide tours, publish videos, and engineering transparency. These outcomes and the long track record of safe operations speak for themselves. To address questions that have recently surfaced about terminal heating and fastener design, it is important to highlight that what some observers view as failure is a safety device working exactly as intended. The aluminum nut used in our 100 amp hour pack's positive terminal is a purpose-built thermal failsafe. It is engineered so that the plastic deforms and disconnects when excess heat is present at the terminal. What in here is disconnecting? Let's read that again. It is engineered so that the plastic deforms or melts and disconnects when excess heat is present at the terminal. Having intermittent failure and disconnect is not a failsafe mechanism. That is a failure. And I'm going to show you. We're going to hook up a charger and I'm going to zoom in and show you what happens and why it's doing this. Now here is a power supply that can charge this battery. We have it set to 14.6 volts and 95.65 amps. This is what I use for testing, and let's see what happens when we hook it up. Uh-oh, I just heard something. That was arcing. So let's turn it on, and now we're charging with 95 amps. And let's zoom in and see what's happening. There is arcing inside. That is not a disconnect. Show me any UL listed device that allows for arcing after it's supposed to disconnect. That's ridiculous. And if I hold it still, it will get crazy hot. It's getting hot right now. And right now we're at 202 degrees Fahrenheit. And the temperature is rising, and the connection is so bad, we're not charging with 95 amps anymore. We're charging with 60 amps. And yesterday, I got this plastic to smoke even more. So we're getting more of this safety feature by deforming the plastic, and it's getting worse. Anyways, let's continue with this email. This protects the internal cell structure by interrupting the current, preventing further heat buildup and thermal runaway. That is absolutely and utterly false. It is not interrupting the current, it is still arcing and there's still current going through it. Next, there's more heat buildup and we can measure it. And final thermal runaway, none of these cells have had that yet. It doesn't look like it, so I can't disprove that. This safeguard exists for conditions created in the field, such as loose external connections, systems operating outside specification, or uncontrolled short circuits. It is one of several intentional protective mechanisms within our packs and is necessary for our UL listing standards. Next, with loose external connections, you think that you want to get this hot enough for this plastic to melt from a loose external connection for this to not work? That is plain silly. This is not something that's reliable. Next, systems operating outside specification. Again, add a fuse. Also, the BMS has safety features, including overcurrent protection. Now, if there was a BMS failure and this couldn't disconnect and there was a shorted MOSFET, then sure, I could say, uh-oh, this was probably abused with an inductive load, but it's not. Everything works perfectly. What does not work is this. The overcurrent protection device is not disconnecting anything. And the final one is uncontrolled short circuits. What does that actually mean? Uncontrolled. If you have a short circuit, you need to have a protection device because you're not there to control it. You need to have a fuse or circuit breaker that's UL listed. If a laboratory is passing this as an overcurrent protection device, they need to be investigated. This is not disconnecting. It is not. And if this is the last safety mechanism and it's not disconnecting, then this is not a safety feature. Anyways, moving on, I'm starting to repeat myself. The key takeaway is this. This design prevents heat from migrating into the cell stack, meaning it is designed to stop conditions that could otherwise create a thermal runaway event. That is absolutely and utterly false. Look at the color of this bus bar. Everything on here is overheating these cells, and it's not disconnecting. It is still arcing. This is 100% an issue. To say that this is a safety feature is wild to me. I've heard people say this. I've heard other channels say this before, and I was like, what are these guys talking about? And now the company also says it as well. And I'm not buying it. Look at it. Just look at it. Open up more batteries. We're going to get more people to post these, and we're going to make complaints. This is not okay. Next, they say it works as a sacrificial barrier that takes the heat event on behalf of the cells. Again, false. What's sacrificial here? It's not disconnecting. That is the exact purpose of the feature. What? This hurts to read, man. Now watch the mental gymnastics of this next part. In cases where a pack has already experienced misuse or improper installation, visible damage at the terminal is typically the result of that safety mechanism activating. That does not mean the design is flawed. It means the protective feature served its purpose. This battery was never opened, no matter how much I abuse it. If this safety feature is to be relied upon, it should disconnect. Are we getting that? Absolutely not. Their logic is if this plastic melts a lot, it will disconnect it because it has a bad connection. That bad connection is the problem. It is not disconnecting. It's creating a bad connection, which causes things to get hot. And the only way to find out is to put a heat camera on it and see if it's getting hot. That's not a protective feature. All right, let's finish the email. The batteries we sell and support today use the same trusted and validated design that has been in successful field service for many years. If you are currently experiencing a specific operational system with your issue, please reply with photos of your installation so we can assist you further. Please read the comments under my video and go on the forum or just go on Google. You don't have to use my forum. Go on Facebook groups. Lots of people are complaining about this. If this was a safety feature that can disconnect current, interrupt current as you say, why is it not interrupting current? Arcing and creating heat is not interrupting current. I can't believe I even have to say this. I don't think I have anything else to say. You can literally look at it. This is not an overcurrent protection device. And if a lab certified this and said that it conforms to a standard, I question that. I think they should be investigated. You could show this video to any electrical professional and ask them, do you think this is a good design? I don't think they're going to agree with it. Woo! That was a big arc. Holy cow. Even say visible damage at the terminal is typically the result of the safety feature activating. If there's so much heat that it's changing the color of the terminal, that is not a safety feature. Imagine if I said that about a breaker on my home's panel. I'm like, oh yeah, it melted. That's just a safety feature. No, that's not acceptable. Now, something we noticed on the forum is that when people posted a Battleborn problem, there would be a video accompanied by it, and then it would be removed from YouTube randomly. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it seems a little fishy. I've been to their company and they seem like nice people, but that just seems a little weird. And those posts are still on the forum. Look for yourself. Now, luckily with my channel and my forum, we keep the information up. I deal with these companies all the time. And since I did the first review on this, I've opened up like 100 batteries. So I'm used to this now. And this right here is a problem. I don't think there was a single comment saying that it wasn't a problem on my video. Everybody agrees. Somebody at Battleborn does not want to admit this. And it is a problem. If I say something stupid, there's 100 engineers to correct me. But this one, nobody corrected me. This is straight to the point. You just zoom in and show people what's wrong. It's not disconnecting, it's creating a loose connection, and that's the problem. Having something loose is not a disconnect. That's not okay. Anyways, I'm gonna start ranting because it's such a silly problem, but I hope you liked the video. If you disagree with anything that I'm saying, please list it down below or post pictures on the forum proving me otherwise. I would love to see your evidence. But this response from the company doesn't make any sense. Every single word of it. I'm like, come on, guys. So I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.